Let's coming to quantitative aptitude. These are all the topics we are going to discuss in our coming classes. First, number systems. So, in number systems, we are going to cover basic concepts on decimals. Okay, one
Ma'am, your
second.
voice is not
Mute your
audible.
mic. Yeah, is it clear now?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, I'm muting everyone. In case if you have any doubts, just unmute and ask me so that there will be no disturbance for the remaining students. Yeah. So these are all the topics we are going to discuss in our coming classes. Basic first number system. So basic concepts decimals, fractions, irrational numbers, integers, logarithms based on divisibility rules, and then LCM and HCF. సో ఇవంతా బేసిక్గా స్కూల్ లెవెల్‌లో అంటే టిల్ 12th క్లాస్ వరకు మీరు నేర్చుకున్న కాన్సెప్ట్సే ఉంటాయి. బట్ ద థింగ్ హియర్ ఈస్ మోర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాక్టికల్ అప్లికేషన్స్. లెట్స్ కమింగ్ టు నంబర్ సిస్టమ్స్. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎ క్వెషన్, ఇఫ్ యూ గాట్ ఎ క్వెషన్ లైక్ ఫ్రమ్ ఎల్‌సీఎం అండ్ హెచ్‌సీఎఫ్, యూజువల్లీ ఇన్ అవర్ స్కూల్ డేస్ మనం ఎలా నేర్చుకుని ఉంటాం? 3 numbers are given, we have to find out LCM or we have to find out HCF. We knew how to find out that LCM and HCF. We knew the exact procedure. But here in our recruitments, there will be like more of a practical applications. Something like they'll give you some practical application, like there is a traffic signal is there. Uh, there is one red light, one green light, and one orange light. For every 2 minutes, red light will blink. For every 3 minutes, orange light will blink. For every 1 minute, green light will blink. All together blinked at 10 a.m. So at what time again all will be together blink? So you will get that types of questions. So by observing the question, you have to understand that is nothing but we have to find out the LCM. So they won't ask you directly like 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes and they don't ask you directly find out the LCM of these three ani. Definitely they'll give you some practical applications like this. And then of course the thing is like you can solve all questions easily, but the thing is within the time we have to solve. Time management is very important here. Like within 50-60 seconds we have to solve everything. And then percentages. In percentages also comparing two percentages, successive percentage change formulas. We are using some formulas for percentages, some shortcut methods, and more of practical applications. Just go through all these topics once. Number systems, percentages, and then ratios and proportions, partnerships, profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, allegations and mixers, averages, time and distance, time and work, mensuration, permutations and combination, probability, progressions, ages, cryptarithmetic, and then data interpretation. So here, if you are good with percentages, then you can solve profit and loss very easily. These two are interrelated అన్నమాట. అంటే సంథింగ్ లైక్ 10% మోర్ 20% మోర్ అంటే మనం క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేస్తామో జస్ట్ లైక్ హియర్ ప్రాఫిట్ అండ్ లాస్ more is nothing but we have to relate it with profit, less is nothing but increment is profit, decrement or less we have to relate it with loss, like that we need to solve. So percentages, profit and loss, and then followed by simple interest, compound interest. These three are a single set. Like one after one, continuous ga revise చేసే టాపిక్స్ అన్నమాట. అండ్ allegations and mixers ఏంటి అంటే you can solve many questions using allegation rule. ఈ అలిగేషన్ రూల్ యూస్ చేసి యూజువల్ గా మనకు వచ్చే క్వశ్చన్స్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ లో ఎలా ఉంటాయి, సంథింగ్ లైక్ a milk and water or else some alcohol and water, they are going to mix together, so what's the ratio? If you are taking out 5 liters of water from the mixer, then what will be the new ratio? So అలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి యూజువల్ గా. బై యూజింగ్ అలిగేషన్ రూల్ వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు సాల్వ్ దిస్ వన్. సో అలాంగ్ విత్ దిస్ వన్ we can solve profit and loss, simple interest, compound interest, percentages, time and distance, everything by using the allegations and mixes concept లో allegation rule యూస్ చేసి మనం ఈ టాపిక్స్ లో క్వశ్చన్స్ అన్ని సాల్వ్ చేయొచ్చు. సో విల్ డిస్కస్ అలిగేషన్స్ అండ్ మిక్సెస్ టాపిక్ ఎట్ ద ఎండ్, అన్ని టాపిక్స్ అయ్యాక. అంటే ఈ ప్రాఫిట్ అండ్ లాస్, సింపుల్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్, కాంపౌండ్ ఇంట్రెస్ట్, టైమ్ అండ్ డిస్టెన్స్, పర్సంటేజెస్, ఈ టాపిక్స్ అన్ని కంప్లీట్ అయితే లాస్ట్ లో మనం విల్ డిస్కస్ అలిగేషన్స్ అండ్ మిక్సెస్ కాన్సెప్ట్. యావరేజెస్, ఏజెస్ ఏంటి అంటే ఇండివిజువల్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ అవి రెండు. అండ్ టైమ్ అండ్ డిస్టెన్స్, ఇన్ టైమ్ అండ్ డిస్టెన్స్ బేసిక్ క్వశ్చన్స్, boats and streams, train related questions, problems on trains, ఇవన్నీ డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ద థింగ్ ఈజ్ టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్. సో టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్ మే బీ ద ఓన్లీ కాన్సెప్ట్ మీకు స్కూల్ డేస్లో ఎక్కడ టచ్ అవ్వకుండా యూ మే ఫీల్ న్యూ, కొంచెం కొత్తగా ఫీల్ అయ్యే ఓన్లీ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఏంటి అంటే ఈ ఎంటైర్ థింగ్లో టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్ అనమాట. సిన్స్ అఫ్కోర్స్ టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్ కూడా మనకి లీనియర్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ ప్రాబబ్లీ మీ స్కూల్ డేస్లో ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ ఫ్రమ్ ఐసిఎస్సి 8th క్లాస్లో వస్తుంది, ఎస్ఎస్సి స్టేట్ సిలబస్ అయితే 6th or 7th క్లాస్లో లీనియర్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్లో వీ హ్యావ్ సాల్వ్డ్ మెనీ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్. పైప్స్ అండ్ సిస్టమ్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ సాల్వ్ చేసాము, బేసిక్ టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా సాల్వ్ చేసాం. బట్ కంప్లీట్గా ఒక టాపిక్ అని చెప్పి ఇన్ స్పెసిఫిక్గా యూ డింట్ లెర్న్. సో కొంచెం మీరు కొత్తగా ఫీల్ అయ్యే టాపిక్ ప్రాబబ్లీ ఓన్లీ టాపిక్ ఈస్ టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్. రిమైనింగ్ అంతా 10th స్టాండర్డ్ వరకు స్కూల్ డేస్లో అన్ని తెలిసిన టాపిక్స్. కాకపోతే ప్రాక్టికల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అయితే అదే కాన్సెప్ట్, ప్రాక్టికల్ అప్లికేషన్స్ మారుతాయి. విత్ ఇన్ లెస్ పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు సాల్వ్, దట్స్ ఇట్. మెన్సురేషన్ బేసిక్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్. మెన్సురేషన్ ఏంటి అంటే మరీ అంత డెప్త్ జియోమెట్రీ ఉండదు, బేసిక్ థింగ్సే ఉంటాయి. అండ్ దెన్ పర్ముటేషన్స్, కాంబినేషన్స్ అండ్ ప్రాబబిలిటీ. 11th and 12th స్టాండర్డ్స్లో చాలా డెప్త్లో నేర్చుకొని ఉంటాం, బట్ హియర్ అంత డెప్త్లో ఉండదు, ఇంకొంచెం బేసిక్ థింగ్స్లోనే ఉంటాయి. బేసిక్గా మనకి ప్రాబబిలిటీలో కాయిన్స్, డైస్, కార్డ్స్, డేస్ రిలేటెడ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అండ్ ప్రాక్టికల్ అప్లికేషన్స్. పర్ముటేషన్స్, కాంబినేషన్స్లో బేసిక్ పర్ముటేషన్ క్వశ్చన్స్, బేసిక్ కాంబినేషనల్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్, ప్రాక్టికల్ అప్లికేషన్స్. సో if you remember clearly, inter 11th and 12th standards law, you had these topics, permutations and combinations. You know those two formulas, NPR and NCR. NPR, n factorial by n minus r factorial. NCR, n factorial by n minus r factorial into r factorial. So మనకి జనరల్గా క్వశ్చన్ 100 P21, 100 C98 అలా ఇస్తే యూ కెన్ సాల్వ్ ఈజీలీ డైరెక్ట్ ఫార్ములా సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసి. బట్ మనకి రిక్రూట్మెంట్స్ లో ఇక్కడ ఎలా వస్తాయి క్వశ్చన్స్ అంటే మోర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాక్టికల్ అప్లికేషన్స్. దట్ మీన్స్ in any question they didn't mention clearly whether that question comes under permutations or combinations, and by reading the question itself you have to understand whether it comes under NPR or NCR. So just tell me, what is the basic difference between permutation and combination? Anyone?
Permutation is arrangement and combination is selection.
Yeah, exactly. Permutation is purely arrangements. Combination is purely selection. Where arrangement doesn't matters, where purely selection, then combination. I'll tell you a standard example. Very basic example. Let's say ఒక 20 people ఉన్నారు. 20 people నుంచి 11 people తో we have to form a cricket team. సో 20 people నుంచి 11 పీపుల్ని ఫస్ట్ వి ఆర్ సెలెక్టింగ్. ఫస్ట్ మనం ధోనిని సెలెక్ట్ చేసి నెక్స్ట్ కోహ్లీని సెలెక్ట్ చేసిన, ఫస్ట్ కోహ్లీని సెలెక్ట్ చేసి నెక్స్ట్ ధోనిని సెలెక్ట్ చేసిన, దట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్. ఎట్ ద ఎండ్ టీంలో 11 పీపుల్ ఉన్నారా లేదా, ఎన్ని వేస్లో మనం 11 పీపుల్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేయగలం, దట్ ఈస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ హియర్. వేర్ అరేంజ్మెంట్ డజంట్ మ్యాటర్స్, సో దిస్ ఈస్ కంప్లీట్లీ సెలెక్షన్ విచ్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ కాంబినేషన్. సో 20 పీపుల్ నుంచి 11 పీపుల్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి అంటే ఎన్ని వేస్లో సెలెక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు, 20C11. C is nothing but combination here. So by simplifying you will get the answer. Let's say 11 people ni manam select chesam. We have to arrange in some batting order, a particular batting order lo arrange cheyali 11 people ni. Where arrangement matters, first openers undali and then batsmen and then bowlers, right? So there is a particular order. So when we have to arrange the people in a batting order, then arrangement matters, purely arrangement. Now it comes under permutations. So then in how many ways can we arrange the team batting order? Then the answer
11
will be like
factorial.
11p11. Exactly. సో ఫస్ట్ మన పీపుల్ నుంచి టీమ్ని సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి. టీమ్ కానీ కమిటీ కానీ అట్లా ఉంది అంటే దెన్ కాంబినేషన్. అలా కాకుండా అరేంజ్మెంట్, ఇప్పుడు ఆల్ఫాబెట్స్ ని మనకి రీఅరేంజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే కొత్త కొత్త వర్డ్స్ ఫామ్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి. నెంబర్స్ ని రీఅరేంజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే, డిజిట్స్ ని రీఅరేంజ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటే కొత్త నెంబర్స్ ఫామ్ అవుతాయి. దట్ మీన్స్ ద వాల్యూ చేంజెస్. దట్ మీన్స్ వాల్యూ వేర్ అరేంజ్మెంట్ మ్యాటర్స్. అలాంటి దగ్గరలో వీ హ్యావ్ టు యూస్ పర్ముటేషన్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్. సో దట్స్ ద బేసిక్ డిఫరెన్స్. So by reading the question itself, you have to understand whether it comes under permutations or combinations అని. Then we have to solve. కొన్నిసార్లు కాంబినేషనల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి, అంటే ఫస్ట్ మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేయాలి అండ్ దెన్ అరేంజ్ చేయాలి అని. దట్ ఆల్సో we are going to discuss here. And when coming to this one, percentages and profit and loss, averages, అప్పుడు ఇండివిజువల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వచ్చేవి. బట్ నౌ డేస్ కాంబినేషనల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తున్నాయి, అంటే యావరేజెస్ అండ్ ప్రాఫిట్ అండ్ రిలేటెడ్ క్వశ్చన్స్.
Ma'am, you are not audible, ma'am.
అపర్ణ మేడం, వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది.
No, ma'am, no.
No, ma'am.
One second.
మేబీ ఇంటర్నెట్.
Now is it clear?
యా,
Yes,
నౌ
ma'am.
ఇట్స్ బెటర్.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear,
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah, with that. సో మీకు మధ్యలో మళ్ళీ ఎప్పుడైనా వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అయినట్టు అనిపిస్తే జస్ట్ ఇన్ఫార్మ్ మీ. Yeah. So we'll get some combinational questions. Recent days లో percentages, averages, or else profit loss average. And next, progressions. Usually you will get only AP, arithmetic progressions వస్తున్నాయి recruitments లో. But better you should know the basic formulas for geometric progression and harmonic progression also. And then ages. Ages is a single individual topic. Data interpretation, pie charts, bar graph, tabular form. In specific, mostly concentrating on percentages and averages. Purely calculations, data interpretation anta, but mostly included with percentages. And then the last one is cryptarithmetic. Cryptarithmetic topic ఏంటంటే usually you will get in Infosys. MNCs లో only in Infosys you will get cryptarithmetic questions. Cryptarithmetic means something like HE plus SHE equal to COME. So what's the value of S plus H plus O plus M? Something like that. That means they'll give some any arithmetic operation we need to allot some values, digits to those alphabets, which satisfies the given operation, given equation. So usually the Infosys law, you will get more questions from cryptarithmetic. So these are all the topics we are going to cover in quantitative aptitude. So is it clear my voice?
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
voice is not
ma'am, it's breaking. Probably some network issues, I guess.
Maybe some network issue, I guess. Wi-Fi
Yes.
or some net issue.
Yeah. Sir, shall I exit and reload?
Yeah, better like exit and then relog into the class.
Yes. Sir, is it clear now? Are you able to hear me? Hi, sir. Is it clear now?
Yeah, madam.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. Then. Okay. Next, coming to reasoning. These are all the topics we are going to cover in our coming classes. First, basic important concept is seating arrangements. In seating arrangements also you will get linear arrangements and circular arrangements. Linear arrangements ante some people are facing north, some people are facing south, or else some people are sitting in a row. A person is left to the second person, something like that. They'll give you some statements. At the end, based on the statements, so you have to solve some questions. ఒక 5 to 6 questions ఉంటాయి. ఆ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ని యూజ్ చేసుకొని we have to solve. సో ఆ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ తో మనం ప్రాపర్ గా అరేంజ్ చేయాలి ఫస్ట్ పీపుల్ ని. Circular arrangements ante people are sitting around a circular table. Some are facing towards the center, some
Ma'am?
are facing away from the
Ma'am,
center.
you are
Ah.
not sharing
Ma'am,
your
screen
screen.
share. Screen share.
Yeah, sharing. Yeah. Okay now.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So here, linear arrangements, circular arrangements. So the basic thing we should know is what is left and what is right. When a person is facing north, then ఏది left ఏది right అవుతుంది. When a person is facing south, when a person is facing towards the center, when a person is facing away from the center, So according to that, we have to solve. And cases and sets means you will give you some things like a person lives in Mumbai, he likes basketball. He lives in Chennai, he doesn't like. At the end, you need to solve questions ని ఇచ్చిన given statements నుంచి మనం conclusions draw చేసుకొని solve చేయాలి. Next, clocks, calendars, basic concepts, and then some practical applications. Example questions. Blood relations. Blood relations is one of the important topic again. Usual గా మనం బ్లడ్ రిలేషన్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ నో ద ఎగ్జాక్ట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ జనరల్ గా ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేస్తాం, మన రియల్ టైమ్ లో ఉన్న రిలేషన్స్ తో ఫీల్ రిలేట్, ఇచ్చిన క్వశ్చన్ లోని స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ని మన రియల్ టైమ్ రిలేషన్స్ తో రిలేట్ చేసుకొని యూజువల్లీ 90% మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ విల్ సాల్వ్ లైక్ దట్. సో అవి చిన్న చిన్న స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అయితే దెన్ వీ కెన్ సాల్వ్ ఈజీలీ. బట్ when question is complicated, కొంచెం lengthy questions అయినా statements కొంచెం complicated గా ఉన్నా then it may take more time to solve. So here we are going to solve by using some simple notations. అంటే spouse కి ఒక notation, siblings కి ఒక notation, brother sisters కి ఒక notation, male కి female కి అలా మనం notations తో రిప్రజెంట్ చేస్తూ ఐడియా ఉంటుంది మీకు. ఒక ట్రీ డయాగ్రామ్ లాగా ఒక డయాగ్రమాటిక్ రిప్రజెంటేషన్ లో సాల్వ్ చేస్తే then we can solve easily. And next, direction sensors. Direction sensors lo basic directions, shortest distance by using Pythagoras theorem, angle based questions. Next, number series, number series, alphabet series both. General గా series based questions వస్తే ఏదైనా ఎగ్జామ్ లో series based questions వస్తే you will get continuously 5 to 6 questions అవే వస్తాయి. ఈదర్ ఒక సిరీస్ ఇచ్చి నెక్స్ట్ నెంబర్ ఏది ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయమండం, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ మిస్సింగ్ నెంబర్, ఆర్ ఎల్స్ we have to find out the odd man out in the given series. Syllogisms, coding and decoding, statements and conclusions, cubes and dice, analysis. సో యూజువల్ గా మనకి క్యాప్జెమిని కానీ సిటిఎస్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్ అయితే యూ విల్ గెట్ మోర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అండ్ కంక్లూషన్స్. సో ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే డ్రైవ్ స్పెసిఫిక్ క్లాసెస్ ఉంటాయి మనకి. జనరల్ గా ఏదైనా మీకు ఒక డ్రైవ్ ఉంది అంటే జస్ట్ ఆ 2 days ముందు నుంచి విల్ టేక్ క్లాసెస్ 2-3 days ప్రియర్ గా ఆ డ్రైవ్ స్పెసిఫిక్ క్లాసెస్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం. సో దట్ ఏంటవుతుందంటే కొన్ని పర్టికులర్ డ్రైవ్స్ లో కొన్ని టాపిక్స్ ఎక్కువ స్ట్రెస్ చేసి ఇస్తారు. లెట్స్ కమింగ్ టు స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అండ్ కంక్లూషన్స్. యూజువల్ గా మనకి రిమైనింగ్ డ్రైవ్స్ లో చాలా రేర్ వస్తే క్వశ్చన్స్ 1 అసలు రాకపోవచ్చు. బట్ వెన్ కమింగ్ టు క్యాప్జెమిని అండ్ సిటిఎస్ యూ విల్ గెట్ మోర్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అండ్ కంక్లూషన్స్. అరౌండ్ 5 to 6 క్వశ్చన్స్ కంటిన్యూస్ గా వస్తాయి స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అండ్ కంక్లూషన్స్ నుంచి. అండ్ లెట్స్ సే ఇట్స్ టీసీఎస్ డ్రైవ్ అయితే they'll concentrate more on quantitative aptitude, pure math అనమాట కంప్లీట్ గా. When coming to Infosys, they'll concentrate more on cryptarithmetic. Reasoning part lo definitely each question may carries 5 to 6 marks sometimes. Ala 3 to 4 questions vastayi cryptarithmetic nunchi. And when coming to some startups, product based startups interviews aithe, then you have to concentrate, they are concentrating more on logical based questions. Purely logical reasoning questions ఎక్కువ వస్తాయి. And కొన్ని స్టార్ట్అప్ డ్రైవ్స్ లో యూ ప్రాబబ్లీ చాలా స్టార్ట్అప్ డ్రైవ్స్ లో ఎలాంటి క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయంటే సంథింగ్ లైక్ ఆఫ్టర్ యువర్ రిటర్న్ ఎగ్జామ్ సెకండ్ రౌండ్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూలో దే గివ్ యూ ఏదైనా ఒక లాజికల్ బేస్డ్ క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతారు to explain face to face, or else they'll give you pen and paper. You have to explain the solution clearly, the way you are approaching the answer. ఆ ఇచ్చిన క్వశ్చన్ కి సొల్యూషన్ మీరు ఎలా అప్రోచ్ అవుతున్నారో దాన్ని క్లియర్ గా మెన్షన్ చేసి నోట్ చేయాలి అన్నమాట. అలా కొన్ని స్టాండర్డ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయి, 7-8 క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉంటాయి. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద టైమ్ ఆ 7-8 క్వశ్చన్స్ రిపీట్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయి మనకి ఈ స్టార్ట్అప్ డ్రైవ్స్ లో అనమాట, లాజికల్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అడగాలి అంటే. సో దట్ ఆల్సో విల్ డిస్కస్. అండ్ ద మెయిన్ థింగ్ ఈస్ after every completion of the topic, we are going to conduct an exam. That is completely for your assessment. That means where you are running. మీకు అసలు ఎంతవరకు అర్థమైంది, అండ్ అఫ్ కోర్స్ మీ క్లాస్ లో ఆ టైంలో ఆ ఎగ్జామ్ ఎంతమంది అటెంప్ట్ చేశారో వాళ్ళలో వాట్స్ యువర్ పొజిషన్. సో కంప్లీట్లీ ఫర్ యువర్ అసెస్మెంట్, after completion of every topic, you are going to have an exam, and of course followed by an explanation class. We'll discuss each and every question later in our classes also. Exam అయిన నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ లో పేపర్ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ కూడా ఉంటుంది. సో దట్స్ ద థింగ్. అండ్ ఆర్ఎస్ అగర్వాల్ ఉందా అందరి దగ్గర?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
Yeah, even in case if you don't have that book also, that's not an issue. యూజువల్ గా మనం క్లాస్ లో డిస్కస్ చేసే క్వశ్చన్స్ ఏంటి అంటే డ్రైవ్ స్పెసిఫిక్ క్వశ్చన్స్. మనకి రిక్రూట్మెంట్స్ లో ఏ లెవెల్ వరకు క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయో వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు కవర్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ ఆల్ ద మోడల్స్. ఇప్పుడు లెట్స్ ఏ డైరెక్షన్ సెన్సెస్ ఉంది, బేసిక్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్, యాంగిల్ బేస్డ్, ఈ షార్టెస్ట్ డిస్టెన్స్, అండ్ దెన్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ రిలేటెడ్ లో కూడా వస్తాయి ఈ డైరెక్షన్ సెన్సెస్ లో. సో మనకి యూజువల్ గా రిక్రూట్మెంట్స్ లో ఏ ఏ మోడల్స్ కవర్ అవుతున్నాయో అన్ని మోడల్స్ మనం క్లాస్ లో కవర్ చేస్తాం. అండ్ అఫ్ కోర్స్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్రాక్టీస్ మోర్. క్లాస్ అయిన తర్వాత ఇప్పుడు ఒక 10 క్వశ్చన్స్ అయ్యాయి అంటే ఇఫ్ యూ ప్రాక్టీస్ అ మినిమమ్ ఆఫ్ 30 క్వశ్చన్స్, దెన్ మీరు కాన్ఫిడెంట్ గా క్వశ్చన్ ఫిష్ చేసి ఇచ్చినా సాల్వ్ చేయగలిగేలా ఉంటారు. ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఆర్ఎస్ అగర్వాల్, దట్స్ నాట్ అన్ ఇష్యూ. I'll give you some websites like M for Math. I'll suggest M for Math, Prepinsta, India Bigs, GFG, Geeks for Geeks. Just follow these websites. ఏదైనా ఒక టాపిక్ అయింది అంటే మీరు గూగుల్ చేసి అందులో ఉన్న క్వశ్చన్స్ ని సాల్వ్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేయండి. లెట్స్ సే ఈ రోజు క్లాక్స్ టాపిక్ అయింది అంటే నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ టైం కి యూ హ్యావ్ టు బి పర్ఫెక్ట్ ఆన్ క్లాక్స్. అలా అయితే ఇట్ విల్ బి ఈజీ. ఇంకా ఎనీ టైం ఏ డ్రైవ్ వచ్చినా యూ క్యాన్ బి ఏబుల్ టు సాల్వ్. సో ఇండియా బిగ్స్ ఏంటి అంటే జస్ట్ లైక్ ఒక స్టాండర్డ్ మెటీరియల్ టైప్ లో. ఇన్ఫర్మాత్, ప్రెపిన్స్టా అవి స్టాండర్డ్ వెబ్సైట్స్. ఏమైనా రిక్రూట్మెంట్స్ అయితే దే ఆర్ అప్లోడింగ్ ఇమీడియట్లీ. అంటే ఏదైనా ఒక ఎగ్జామ్ అయింది అంటే ఎగ్జామ్ పేపర్ ని ఇమీడియట్ గా అప్లోడ్ చేస్తున్నారు ప్రెపిన్స్టా వెబ్సైట్ లో అయితే. సో అప్డేటెడ్ వర్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి, యూ క్యాన్ గో విత్ దట్. Geeks for Geeks is also good. మీకు మెటీరియల్ లా స్టాండర్డ్ మెటీరియల్ లా కావాలి అంటే దెన్ యూ క్యాన్ గో విత్ ఇండియా బిగ్. సో దట్స్ ద థింగ్. అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ ఫీల్ ఫ్రీ టు రీచ్ మీ అవుట్. ఈవెన్ క్లాస్ టైంలో అయినా యూ కెన్ ఆస్క్ డైరెక్ట్లీ. ఇన్ కేస్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఫీల్ లైక్ క్లాస్ అంతా డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుంది అనుకుంటే యూ క్యాన్ ఆస్క్ మీ లేటర్ ఎట్ ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద క్లాస్. అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ డింట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్, అసలు స్టార్టింగ్ నుంచి ఏం అర్థం కాలేదు ఆ కాన్సెప్ట్ లో, దెన్ ఆల్సో నాట్ అన్ ఇష్యూ. ఐ విల్ టేక్ వన్ సెపరేట్ క్లాస్ ఫర్ యూ గైస్. మీ ఫ్రీ టైంలో అంటే క్లాసెస్ అంతా అయ్యాక ఏదో ఒక ఫ్రీ టైం ఉంటుంది కదా ఆ డేలో, దెన్ వీ కెన్ టేక్ ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ 1-to-1 క్లాస్. దట్స్ నాట్ అన్ ఇష్యూ. If you have any doubts at any time, just feel free to reach me out. Yeah, so that's the thing. Any doubts?
Yeah, I was about to ask that. Guys, any questions, any doubts in your mind about aptitude? Typically, what happens in the college level, so people do come when they have a CRT training program as part of a college academic curriculum. So they come with a specified some hours, let's say 30 hours program, 40 hours program, in which we will have about some 100 to 200 people. They'll come, they teach, they leave. But here it's more like, as I told you before, we train, we assess, and then we retrain. Because our intention is not about 30 or 60 hours. Our intention is people should understand the thing. And at the same time, as we explained yesterday, this logical thinking will help a lot in the program as well. So we have to be very, very good with the logics. And most importantly, let's say if you are learning all these topics separately, profit and loss, time and distance, and all those things, percentages, definitely when they ask a question, they'll ask a question which will have a combination of multiple topics together as well. So as madam told, they will not give a heading like this is a profit and loss question, this is a percentage question. So the more we practice, we'll get more benefit. As I told you yesterday, the mobile app that we have, madam will be conducting every topic wise, she will be conducting examination. You can check yourself how far you have done in the examination part. And let's say once you're done with 3-4 topics, we'll be conducting mock tests as well to understand how far you are job ready for the walk-in drives. Nagarjuna, can you please be on mute? Okay, that's it, guys. Any other questions you have?
No, sir.
Okay, I have few questions for you.
Sir, one question, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, aptitude and reasoning రోజు parallel గా జరుగుతాయా టాపిక్స్ లేకపోతే ఆఫ్టర్ aptitude రీజనింగ్ జరుగుతుందా?
ప్యారలల్ గా అంటే లెట్స్ సే మధ్యలో రీజనింగ్ టాపిక్స్ కూడా ఇంక్లూడ్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. ప్యారలల్ గా అంటే డే కి ఒక యాప్టీ క్లాస్ ఒక రీజనింగ్ క్లాస్ అని కాదు. లెట్స్ సే ఒక పర్ముటేషన్స్ కాంబినేషన్స్ అయ్యాక విల్ డిస్కస్ డైరెక్షన్ సెన్సెస్ అండ్ దెన్ ఇంకేదైనా టాపిక్ అండ్ దెన్ టైమ్ అండ్ వర్క్ అట్లా అన్నమాట. బోత్ ఆర్ ఇంక్లూడెడ్ సెపరేట్ గా కాకుండా.
You don't need to wait
Okay,
for complete quants to finish to start the logical.
Yeah, no need to wait till completion of aptitude, other quantitative aptitude.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Madam, I'm sharing my screen.
Sir. Sorry.
Guys, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have a small puzzle for everyone. Check the puzzle. It's a simple mathematical equation. Don't tell the answer in the class. Please do send me a message in the WhatsApp to my personal number. It's very simple. XYZ plus XYZ plus XYZ equal to ZZZ. It's a simple additional part, and XYZ are not zeros.
ఆన్సర్ చేసి మెసేజ్ పెట్టొచ్చా సార్?
ఆన్సర్ తెలిస్తే నాకు వాట్సాప్లో నాకు పర్సనల్గా మెసేజ్ పెట్టండి, గ్రూప్లో పెట్టద్దు. I can give a clue to you. To solve it, you have to forget all your CRT training program completely and start think like a school student. First class, second class, how we start learning about additions.
Guys, basic addition question. XYZ కి ఏ వాల్యూస్ అసైన్ చేస్తే ఇచ్చిన మ్యాథమెటికల్ ఈక్వేషన్ సాటిస్ఫై అవుతుంది?
సార్ మెసేజ్ చేసింది సార్ మీకు.
Gopiya?
ఎస్ సార్.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Gopi, it's correct. Thank. Already ఎక్కడ విన్నావా ఇది పజిల్ గోపి?
లేదు సార్.
Okay. Yes, Sandeep, good. For others, I'll give a clue. Simple addition, like how we start learning about our additions in the school time. We always add something from right to left. Manikanta, no. I want the numbers. Because we nowhere mentioned those three are same values, right?
Okay, sir, I will try again.
Yeah. See, as you mentioned, if everything is zero, it equals, but I have already told you, those are not zeros.
Okay, sir.
Akila Gopu. Okay, good. Guys, doubts ఉంటే అడగొచ్చు, silent గా ఉండొద్దు. Because when we go to any interview, when some question is given to you, if you have any questions in your mind, we can't assume things. It's always better to ask. Nandini. Yeah, good Nandini. Harika, okay. Ganesh, I want all the three numbers, not just only one thing. I want the numbers for X, Y, and Z. No, Ganesh, it's wrong. Guys, you want to try or do you want me to tell the answer? Okay, Hemant Krishna, good, correct. Guys, all those who are currently trying, I'll give a clue to you. In additions, we always start from right to left. So start thinking about, out of all the numbers from 1 to 9, which number, when we add the number 3 times, we get the same number in additions. Think in that way, you get the answer. Start taking one by one from 1 to 9. At one point of time, you will realize that, okay, this number might be the possible option. Then how at school people taught you about doing additions, do the same logic, you get it.
Guys, think z plus z plus z. Then you have to get the value of z with some carryover. So a carryover ki plus y యాడ్ చేస్తే అగైన్ z రావాలి. సో ఏ నెంబర్ ని 3 టైమ్స్ యాడ్ చేస్తే మళ్ళీ సేమ్ నెంబర్ వస్తుంది. వితౌట్ ద క్యారీ ఓవర్ సేమ్ నెంబర్ వచ్చేది ఏంటి? దట్ విల్ బి ద వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ z, రైట్? సో థింక్ లైక్ దట్.
వన్ పాసిబుల్ కాదు, 2 పాసిబుల్ కాదు, 3 పాసిబుల్ కాదు, 4 పాసిబుల్ కాదు, 5 ప్లస్ 5 ప్లస్ 5 ఎంత? 15, right?
15.
So I'll write as 15.
బుక్ పెన్నీరు.
Then what is the possibility of making this 5 when we have 1 here? Same logic. 8 plus 8 plus 8, 24 plus 1,
24,
25,
25.
2, 5. What is the option to get 2 plus x plus x plus x equal to 5? 1, 5. So the values are 1,
1 is
8,
హలో
5.
చెప్తాను.
Guys, please be on mute. You got the answer now? Okay, guys, try the next one. It's very simple. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Guys, I want you guys to solve this particular thing, second question. It's not a program or anything. You can even do in a program also, doesn't matter. I have asked this question in talent test to few people. Maybe they can keep silent. Don't tell the answer. Same process. WhatsApp me. When we give an input as 1, the output should be 0. If we give input as 0, the output should be 1. We can't use if conditions. We can't use some kind of a operators or something, but we should get the answer by using only arithmetic expressions. Input 1 iste output 0 ravali. Input 0 iste output 1 ravali. Yeah, Meghna, correct answer. The first question. Guys, you can discuss this question, no problem.
So
Yeah.
by subtracting 1 from 1, we will get 0.
Hmm.
And by dividing 0 by 0, we will get 1.
0 by 0 1 నా ఈక్వేషన్ రాయి ఒకసారి ఎలా రాస్తా దాన్ని సింగిల్ ఈక్వేషన్లో ఇన్పుట్ ఇస్తే అవుట్పుట్ మారిపోతూ ఉండాలి 2 డిఫరెంట్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ రాయలేము కదా there should be a single equation in which when we change the input value output value should change మీరు ఇచ్చినవి 2 డిఫరెంట్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ కదా ఒకటి మైనస్ చెప్తున్నారు ఇంకోటి డివైడెడ్ బై చెప్తున్నారు రెండు ఈక్వేషన్లో సేమ్ లాజిక్ వర్కౌట్ అవ్వదు కదా
ఓకే సార్
Joshika, I guess, did I ask this question to you in the talent test? మిమ్మల్ని క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాను టాలెంట్ టెస్ట్ లో నేను ఇంటర్వ్యూలో
అడిగారు సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే ఇన్పుట్ బై 1 చేస్తే రాదు Sandeep, you can't use ABS of I and all those things, minus minus I. I said very clearly only arithmetic operations, either plus, minus, into or divided by. Sangamitra, input plus 0, no. You try 1 plus 0. Then what happens when I give 0, output will be 0 only. 1 is 1, but I want in opposite direction, right? If it is 1 plus 0, input plus 0, 0 plus 0 equal to 0 only, and 1 plus 0 equal to 1. So what I give, I get the same thing, but I want an opposite. Sankalpa? Sankalpa? I guess Aparna madam has a class now, 12 to 1:30. Madam, are you there? Good, she left. No problem. Guys, keep thinking.
Zero into zero, 1 into 0.
0 into 0, 0 అవుతుంది 1 into 0, 0 అవుతుంది రెండు దగ్గర నాకు 0 కదా ఆన్సర్ అవుట్పుట్
Yeah, sorry, sir.
Manikanta, same equation should work in both the cases. We can't use 2 different equations.
Okay.
In a single equation, when we change the input, output should change.
Okay, sir.
Good, yeah. I mean, I like this batch. People are trying a lot. I'm getting a lot of answers. I really appreciate. Akila Gopu, correct? Did we ask this question to you, Akila, in the talent test? No, right?
No, sir.
I'll make your life simple. Out of all the arithmetic operators, we will get the answer only by using subtraction only, not anything else. So don't try plus or into or divided by. The answer is subtraction will get the exact answer. Now keep thinking. One single arithmetic expression by using only subtraction. How can we change? Sri Vidya. No Vidya, we can't use and or operators. I said very clearly, you have to just use one arithmetic operator, and that too I have given, rule out all the three, it's only minus.
One minus zero, zero minus zero.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sorry,
One minus zero, zero minus zero.
what is 1 minus 0? I didn't get that. No, not 1 minus 0. We are very close by. Venki, we have to use same expression both the times. Hemant, input by -1 +1. Gopi, good. Venkat Aravind. Can you change in the brackets you mentioned something, right? Why we have to put minus in that? You can directly use that, right? Okay, I guess many are getting the correct answer. Let me come back. It's very simple, guys. The equation is 1 minus x. This is the equation, very simple, 1 minus x. If you keep 1 here, what happens? 1 minus 1, 0 will come. If you keep 0 here, 1 minus 0, 1 will come. Simple, right? You got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the simple thing is we have to just minus that from the given value. Okay, guys, I mean, these are just an example kind of a things. Sometimes me and Aparna madam will be taking a lot of puzzle classes in the classroom. Puzzles will help you guys to start using your brain for 100%. In general, we don't use all the time, but sometimes puzzles will definitely help it. We do it more like a competitions in the class where like we give some prizes to them as well. But online, I don't know how to give a prize, but we'll think about it. But we do conduct a lot of contests among the students with a lot of puzzles. And in the WhatsApp group that we generally officially formalize after joining, we use that particular group to kind of get a lot of questions because we never know what kind of questions we get when we go for an interview. So it's always better to keep solving puzzles. So when we go to the interview part, it will help. And one more thing is, as an interview panel, when someone is actually asking you some puzzles in the technical interview, they don't expect the student to solve everything because whomever it is, how sharp the guy is, a person cannot solve each and every problem all the time. Reason being, he has to strike in his mind. But what companies look for is how you approach the problem and what kind of relevant questions you ask. If someone is very silent, take the question, keep writing something. The person doesn't even know what you are thinking. Are you in the right way or wrong way? So online class is not possible, but in the interview part, when you are solving a puzzle, always try to keep ask questions to the concerned person so that the guy will think that are you thinking the right way or wrong way. Rather being silent, that's one better option. I have one last question, guys, before we move to the next one. I think many people know this, but we can give it a try. There are 8 balls, each weigh about 100 grams, but by mistake, one ball has 90 grams. We can't see it and we can identify by weighing in the hands directly. So we have to use a weigh balance. ఇది మీకు కనిపిస్తుందా weigh balance? తక్కడ అంటాం కదా?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, something like that. So by using a weigh balance, we have to identify which ball has that defective ball. So how many steps we generally take and what is the steps? If someone knows the answer, don't tell it upfront. Others, you can keep discussing this. It's fine. I mean, we don't need to write anything. We can discuss. If you know the answer, keep quiet. Others, guys, please start. We have 8 balls. We have one weigh balance. We don't have any other weigh like 1 kilo or anything like that. We have only one weigh balance and then 8 balls with you. How do we do?
Sir, we can randomly pick 2 balls.
See, the problem is when we randomly start picking 2 balls, the probability is very, very high. The worst case will be too long, right?
Yes, sir.
Best case can be single one. When we keep one ball here, we can make out easily. But what is the guarantee that we get the same thing? It may take up to 5-6 steps.
So 3 steps లో ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయొచ్చు సార్. ఫస్ట్ 4 డివైడ్ చేయొచ్చు. సో ఒక దాంట్లో వెయిట్ తక్కువ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి దాన్ని తీసుకొని మళ్ళీ 2 ఆ తర్వాత మళ్ళీ తక్కువ ఉన్న దాన్ని తీసుకొని 1 గా డివైడ్ చేస్తే లెస్ గా ఉండేది 90 grams.
అంతకన్నా తక్కువలో చేసే ఆప్షన్ 2 స్టెప్స్ లోనే చేయొచ్చు. కెన్ సమ్వన్ ట్రై? జనరలీ ఆప్షన్ ఎవరైనా కూడా 8ని 2 పార్ట్స్ చేసుకొని ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్ చేసుకొని ఫస్ట్ 4 ఇట్ సైడ్ 4 పెడతాం. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద 4 we get a difference, we take those 4 again, we weigh as 2 and 2. Wherever the difference is, we can weigh as 1 and 1. We still have an option to do it in 2 steps. You're going to answer తెలుసా guys? Just to understand. Anyone who knows the answer?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
First, we have to divide 3 balls, and we have to left two balls as one group, sir.
Okay, so
by weighing three balls, we will get if the ball containing high weight. అంటే ఎక్కువ వెయిట్ ఉన్నది ఒకవేళ వస్తుంది కదా సార్, అప్పుడు మనం చూసుకోవచ్చు. ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ 3 ఉన్నది ఈక్వల్ అయితే ఆ 2 balls పిక్ చేసుకొని ఆ 2 balls లో ఎక్కువ వెయిట్ ఉన్నది వస్తుంది కదా సార్.
అర్థం కాలేదు. ఇలా 3 పెట్టుకుని 2 పక్కన పెట్టేశాను. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? ఫస్ట్ స్టెప్ ఇది.
3 2 కింద డివైడ్ చేసుకున్నాం సార్.
చేసుకున్నాము. తర్వాత
3 తీసుకున్నాం కదా సార్. ఆ 3 సెపరేట్ గా వెయిట్ చేసుకుంటాం సార్.
ఓకే
3 ఒక ప్యాన్ లో 3 ఒక ప్యాన్ లో పెట్టుకొని వెయిట్ చేసుకుంటాం సార్.
ఓకే పాసిబుల్ ఆప్షన్ సార్, ఈ మూడిట్లో ఒక దాంట్లో వెయ్యి తక్కువ వచ్చింది, అప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం? లెట్స్ సే మీరు చెప్పిన ప్రకారం దీంట్లో వెయ్యి తక్కువ వచ్చింది, నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ ఏం చేసి కనుక్కుంటావు దేంట్లో ఉంది అని?
సార్ నెక్స్ట్ స్టెప్ లో 3లో 2 తీసుకొని మళ్ళీ వెయిట్ వేస్తాం సార్. సో ఆ రెండిట్లో ఏదో ఒకటి తక్కువ ఉంటుంది. ఒకవేళ ఏది తక్కువ ఉండకపోతే ఆ మిగిలిన థర్డ్ వన్ తక్కువ వెయిట్ ఉంటుంది సార్. హలో
హలో
సార్, అదే డిడ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్?
of course I got it. That's the correct answer only.
Thank you sir.
Very simple guys, divide them into 3, 3 and 2. What are the possible options? అంటే మిగిలిపోయి 2 ఉంటాయి, వాటిని వెయిట్ చేస్తే అయిపోతుంది. వీటిలో దేంట్లో అన్నా వస్తే వాట్ వీ డూ సెకండ్ స్టెప్ లో 1 2 వెయిట్ చేస్తాము, ఒక విడిగా పెట్టుకుంటాము. 2 ఈక్వల్ గా ఉంటే ఇదే, డిఫెక్ట్ ఉంటే తెలిసిపోతుంది. 2 స్టెప్స్ లో అయిపోతుంది. Okay, same question I'll not ask you now, maybe you can let me know once the class is done. ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్లో ఏం చెప్పాము? తక్కువ ఉంటుంది అని చెప్పాము కదా, అన్ని 100 ఉంటే ఒకటి 90 ఉంది. ఓకే, ద ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ టు దిస్ క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్, ఒక బాల్ డిఫెక్ట్ ఉంది, ఆ డిఫెక్ట్ ఉండేది తక్కువైనా ఉండొచ్చు, ఎక్కువైనా ఉండొచ్చు. యూ కీప్ థింకింగ్, నాట్ నౌ, ఆఫ్టర్ ద క్లాస్ అండ్ టెల్ మీ ద ఆన్సర్. గైస్ క్వశ్చన్ అర్థమైందా?
Yes sir.
Yeah, good guys, that's how generally we make students more interactive in the class and then try to work more on the logical and aptitude things. There is no shortcuts for aptitude, it's more about the more you practice the more you get. And considering the current interview process mode, all the companies are giving more importance to logical thinking. The only way to build logical thinking is by solving a lot of problems. That's what we do in the classes. Okay guys, any questions about aptitude and logical part? Okay guys, shall we move to communication class now?
Yes sir.
Pratyusha, are you there? Pratyusha?
Yeah, yes sir.
Hi, good. Hi, morning.
Good morning sir. How are you?
Good. How are the classes going on in the evening batch?
Yeah, it's quite good sir. They're improving a lot gradually.
Okay, good. I'll give a brief about the communication class, like how generally we plan. See, one particular thing what we observed, especially in communication class, all students are not equal. There are people who doesn't even know the basic grammar, who still do a lot of mistakes while speaking. There are people who are good with the basic things. Only thing is they have certain stage fear which we need to talk to them. There are few people, they are good, but they need a lot of motivation and push-up saying that yes, you can speak. There are people who have a lot of inferiority complex. There are people who are not team players. Communication is not about just grammar and other things. It includes a lot of other things as well. So at CV Corp, what we do, once the batch finalizes, the concerned communication trainer will do a one-on-one with all the students for 10-15 minutes to understand what level you are. Are you good with your grammar, or like you need some improvement there, or you are good with your English, but the problem is you are not so clear about on what context, what to speak. So a lot of things are there which we generally do called as skill gap analysis. We do that skill gap analysis check with all the students, and then we divide the people into two to three different team members, because we don't want to teach the same thing to everyone when the person already knows. At the same time, we don't want to be too fast considering the guys who already know the subject. So communication class, we are very, very clear. We wanted to divide the people into 2 to 3 batches so that we know who are the students who will focus more on this particular the aspects part. And many people think communication is more about group discussions, jam sessions, and tell me about yourself. That's what generally what colleges teach. But that is not the case, guys. I'll explain more in detail. At CV Corp, we believe communication will help a student in almost all the areas, not just one particular thing. So let it be aptitude, or let it be GD, jam sessions, and let it be your technical interview or HR interview. I'll explain in detail how communication class will help you in all these 4 areas. For example, take about aptitude. We generally think aptitude is more about normal aptitude and reasoning part, but many companies, they give a lot of questions on verbal, they give sentence formations and corrections part, passage reading, lot of verbal will be there. As part of aptitude, we will be helping you to kind of do all those things. And more importantly, there are few people who are from Telugu medium background. They might be very good with the logic. They understand the logic very clearly. But students, when any scenario based question is given, they can't understand the question because they can't understand the complete English. Many times when we say, I want to print the numbers in range or in between. So when I say range, it starts from the current number to the last number. Between, we have to exclude both the starting and last number. Many people, they know, but somehow they actually miss out. So communication trainer will sit with the concerned aptitude trainer to understand the common questions what generally people get and the common questions where people get confused. So as part of communication class, the concerned trainer will sit with the aptitude trainer and will get back to you with all those things, and she will explain you more in detail the meaning of those particular words that generally we get in the aptitude questions, which is very important. And we've been doing this for the last 3-4 years, which was giving a lot of results as well. Because many people, they know the logic, but they don't know, they have never heard about that term in their maybe in their education part, or they get confused with when some has a very similar names completely. That is one particular thing. And other thing with respect to jam and group discussion part, in interview when we go, people do think group discussion is something people will be checking more about the content part, or they'll be about leadership qualities, eye contact, the way we see it, posture, confidence, lot of things which generally people discuss. So let's do a small brainstorming session. Guys, can you please tell me like what exactly people look in the group discussion part? What has been taught to you in the colleges? One by one. Guys, in group discussion, how do people evaluate you on what parameters? You can discuss.
Active participation. Interpersonal.
Participation.
Interpersonal.
Start the topic.
Interpersonal. Then
Communication.
then
Communication.
Body language.
Body language.
Eye contact. Absent.
Eye contact. Then people do say leadership qualities. Guys, keep telling me because you have done all these things in the college, right?
Style of dressing.
Style of dressing. Wow. First time I'm hearing about this. Okay. Active participation, interpersonal skills, topic, communication, body language, eye contact, leadership qualities, style of dressing. Next. Anything else, guys? Guys, are you there? I have some 20 plus people. I got only hardly very few answers. That's it.
Sir, fluency.
Fluency. Okay.
How you are concluding?
Okay, this very important thing. Introduction and conclusion.
Sir, hand gestures.
Hand gestures. Ante ela?
Expressing.
Expressions. Okay, hand gestures. Next. అంతేనా ఇంకేమైనా ఉన్నాయా? Okay, let's try to take these topics. See, when we say active participation, I assume you are thinking about when the discussion is happening, is the guy is completely silent as he is speaking, kind of a thing, right? Yeah. When you talk about interpersonal skills, about how we discuss, topic is more about so topic is more about okay, topic is more about how much you know about the topic part, body language, eye contact, leadership qualities. See, I'll take a detailed class for you guys when the class comes. Me and my communication team will be taking class to you. In general, if I'm a HR, when I go to when I'm trying to assess few people, one most important things what people look for in the group discussion is one is convince or get convinced. We have no other rule, guys. To work in a group, either we have to convince others or we have to get convinced. We can't keep arguing with the people. Very simple. Second thing is talking about a particular topic, let's say Corona, cannot determine whether you can become a good developer, a tester, or whatever it is. If we recall the first class, which I spoke about, introduction class, once you join the company, day in, day out, you have to communicate with a lot of your internal, external stakeholders like your team members, your team lead, your manager, people who report to you in the future, your clients, and other department members. So obviously, while talking to them, there will be few escalations, some complaints where people keep arguing, this is not my department mistake, it's your mistake, or some requests where we are unable to do a task in time. How do we actually tackle that? And if the client is actually very angry about us trying to point out a mistake, are we ready to accept the fault and try to correct ourselves? There are many things which people do check not just about these things. Many people say the eye contact, and people say hand gestures, fluency. How do we conclude and introduce about ourselves? It's not about, many people have this perception. If I introduce, I'll get more marks. If I conclude, I'll get more marks. Many people, what they do, they introduce the topic, they'll speak about the positives, negatives, everything, and then they will be left out with no other point. They'll be keep silent through the discussion part. That is not the actual thing, right? We have to introduce, means we have to facilitate the group. Probably something more like, guys, the topic is so and so. Next 10-15 minutes, let's try to discuss more, try to share our knowledge. Something with those kind of liners will make it more like a proper introduction part than directly taking about your name, your opinion, and all those things. And the common mistake what people do in conclusion, so as a team, about 10-15 people, they discuss a lot. They discuss various points completely. Suddenly, when someone concludes, they say, what I conclude is, and they'll try to tell about their opinion. But conclusion should not be that, right? It's a teamwork. So 10-15 people, they came together, they discussed about one particular thing. Obviously, conclusion should have about what as a team you all discussed, and what is the major points we discussed in the group. That has to be the conclusion part. There are many misconceptions. People will say leadership quality. They always see that if I keep talking in the group discussion, they'll think I'm a leader. But practically, if someone is very silent, is not getting a chance, if you're able to identify and help that guy, that actually shows more leadership quality than keeping again talking continuously. There are a lot of things are there. We will discuss more in detail one by one when we get into that part. The intention is communication role will help you a lot in all the group discussions part. How do we actually tackle a known topic? How do we tackle a group discussion when we are there? The topic is completely unknown to you. How do you actually address that? Same thing with jam sessions. Jam sessions, they might give you a known topic, unknown topic. Sometimes suddenly they'll ask you to choose your own topic. The common mistake what people do, they keep talking about black color, red color, orange color, some topic, blah, blah, blah. But frankly speaking, when someone is actually asking you to do a jam session, their intention is they want to know what kind of person you are. So I recommend always people to take up something, let's say self-learning, maybe something about, let's say, how you kind of overcome about your own weakness. There are a lot of things. In fact, like in the jam session, we should take that particular thing as a good opportunity to tell the other person what kind of person you are than just speaking about a particular topic called black, blue, or red. So there are common mistakes what generally people do. So people always teach in the college or the way that we perceive things, we always think that communication class is more about English only, but not. That is not the correct one. Communication class is to help you guys to present you properly in the interview, where the other person should always think that, okay, this kind of person is someone whom I've been looking out to hire for my company. So there is a lot. We will actually discuss in detail about all these things. How do we tackle all these things? Then technical questions. If someone is wondering how communication class will help me in terms of technical interview, very simple. We can write a code, prime number, but when someone actually asks you to explain the code, what we do, we generally keep reading the code. Main, chinna bracket, misal bracket, int I, a, b, c, comma, blah, blah, blah. That is more like reading the program. So what we do, communication trainer will sit with the concerned technical trainer, Chaitanya or someone. So what they do, they'll help you about how do we describe the question given and what is the logic that you have and how do we actually convert the logic into program. The 5-step approach what we told yesterday, communication trainer will help all the students along with the concerned technical trainer to make sure that it's not just you can only code, you can even explain the code in detail as well. That is generally what we do as part of the technical interviews. Same thing, puzzles as well. When any puzzle is given, so communication trainer will actually help you what kind of questions to be asked. That is one particular thing. And of course, HR, which is the most easiest, at the same time most complicated, more unorganized, more unexpected, whatever it is. Because we never know what kind of questions we get in the HR interview. Even though people say that everyone knows the HR common question what people ask, but still there is a lot of scope that what people generally do. Guys, can you name some common questions people ask in the HR interview?
Tell me about yourself.
Yeah, that
you
is
are
more
preferring this job.
Strengths and weakness.
Why should we hire
strength
you?
and weakness. Why should I hire you? Okay, I'll explain all those questions one by one. I'll tell you why company asking those questions. First one, let's say they'll ask you, then next question, why should I hire you? Then why this company?
Why you prefer this job?
Why this job? Next.
What you know about this
Salary
company?
expectations.
Sorry?
What are
Salary
your
What you
goals?
know about
What
this
is
company?
What you know about this?
Will you work for more hours?
Will you work for more hours? Next.
salary expectation?
Salary.
Career goals.
About BTech project.
He don't like you.
Next question, guys.
What are your short-term and long-term goals?
BTech life. Short-term, long-term goals. Next.
Projects and mini projects.
Project. Guys, I'm sorry, like I didn't discuss the very important thing about the project. As part of technical interview only, we will be helping you guys. Like I will be personally taking a workshop for about 1 week on your project. Because when we do any project at the college level, we do the project only to impress the HOD to get the marks. But project plays a very major role in the interview part. So we'll explain you guys about how to explain the project in detail, because sometimes assume that we are a triple E branch student. Our project has a lot of triple E terminologies which others might not understand. Assume that when you go for an interview, the other person who is actually interviewing you, if he is not from triple E, the guy will never understand your question. That becomes one big problem. So as a CV Corp, what we do, we'll personally talk to everyone to understand the project, what you have done, and try to take out questions. Let's say the project title, how do we have to actually tell the title, what is the UA component you have used, what database you have used, what middleware you have used, where you hosted. So we do a complete project, separate class will be there. I didn't discuss that, comes on the technical part. Yeah, next question, guys. Short term, long term, project, mini project, BTech life, salary.
Biggest achievement in our life.
Biggest achievement. Then
Where do you want to see after 5 years?
Tell me about your native place.
guys, 1 second. Yes. Mhm. Okay. ఒకసారి నేను క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను, ఆ CDKలో ఏమేమి క్వశ్చన్స్ అయితే ఒకసారి మెసేజ్ పెట్టు. నేను ఐ విల్ సెండ్ దోస్ క్వశ్చన్స్ టు ద పీపుల్ హు హ్యావ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ ఇన్ ద ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ పార్ట్. దే విల్ బి హెల్ప్ఫుల్ ఫర్ దెమ్. ఈవినింగ్ నేను చెప్తాను రిజల్ట్స్. దే హ్యావ్ 2 పొజిషన్స్. దే గోన్ హైర్ 1 person, 2 people బై ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డే హైర్ చేస్తా అన్నారు CDKలో. సో గుడ్ ప్యాకేజ్, ఆల్మోస్ట్ 4.5 అనుకుంటా. ఒక పొజిషనే ఉంది. ఆల్రెడీ శ్రీలక్ష్మి ఉంది కదా, మన స్టూడెంట్ అక్కడ వర్క్ చేస్తుంది కదా. ఆల్మోస్ట్ మన వాళ్ళే ఒక 13 members ఉన్నారు, ఇంక్లూడింగ్ R&D టీంతో కలుపుకుంటే CDKలో. ఓకే, ఓకే, డన్. నేను చెక్ చేస్తాను ఒకసారి. ఆ క్వశ్చన్స్ నాకు మెసేజ్ చేస్తే ఐ విల్ సెండ్ ఇట్ టు ద పీపుల్ దట్ విల్ మైట్ హెల్ప్ దెమ్ ద ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ ఇంటర్వ్యూ పార్ట్. గుడ్ లక్. I'll talk to you in the evening once things are done. Bye Supraja. Bye. Sorry guys, some interviews are happening today with CD Corp. Okay guys, if you recall all, ఇంకేమైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయా ఇవి కాకుండా?
Why should we hire you?
After 5 years.
Why should we hire you?
First question అదే.
Role model.
Me about your native place.
Role model, native place, and some situational random questions. For example, one question I have noticed, someone will ask you, let's say you've been trying out to express your love to one particular girl. Suddenly after 4 years, she agreed to kind of meet you for a dinner. On the same date, your project manager came and gave you work to do, which is very important for you. So what do you do? Which one you will prefer? You will go back to your girlfriend, or will you sit and work on their work part completely? So there are a lot of situational questions which people generally get in the interviews part. We will discuss those things and we'll tell you what can be the best answer. So frankly speaking, there is no best answer. It's based on the individual, but we have to be very smart about how do we actually answer them and how to justify the answer. Okay, if you really think all these questions, whatever we are discussing here, tell me about yourself, why should I hire you, these questions are asked just to make sure how serious you are about your job. For example, why should I hire you? It is more about they're expecting you to tell about your strengths, like what kind of person you are. Why this company? Many freshers, the problem is they spend a lot of time in preparing for aptitude, reasoning, Java and everything, but they will never open the company website to check what company it is, what exactly they do. They don't actually go through some sites, let's say like Google or maybe into Glassdoor or LinkedIn to check what kind of questions people do ask in the interview process. If at least you go through those things, you get a clear picture about the company. And company always wanted someone to apply for the company just because they have an opening, someone applying for the company. Second thing is open the company website, know about the company, then applying, so that the company also will make sure that this guy has done a research about the company. So I'm sure if he gets selected, he'll definitely join the company. If someone comes to the interview without even doing a research, the company is not sure to select you or reject you because they never know whether you might join or not. It happens with many people. Second thing, they might ask you about BTech life. So people tell a lot of things. Let's say we bunk classes, we do mass bunk, we go for parties, trips, blah, blah, blah. But that is not the company what they look for. They always look about how you are able to enhance your practical knowledge in your BTech life. Maybe about the co-curricular activity that you did along with paper presentations, competitions, representing college in certain things. Then short term and long term. So this is a very tricky question, guys. Short term, long term and family. we have to be very careful. If someone says that I'm currently preparing a lot for GRE, TOEFL or IELTS kind of a thing, so they'll make a note and they might reject you of the interview part also. One important thing everyone has to understand, every HR, they have a target when they go for an interview. You might find it very silly, but it is true. The reason is, let's say if I'm a HR, I travel to a college along with my entire technical panel, or I spend one weekend completely to make my people to take interviews. Let's say I release about some 100 offers. Out of 100, if maybe some single digit people are not joining, it's fine, it do happen. If more than 20 people are not joining, then definitely my company will come and question me as a HR, what is the screening process you did? Because many people, they have not joined. That means there is something wrong. So that's the reason in HR, people reject even some excellent people also. You might have experienced those things in your college life. I did well in the HR interview, but I got rejected. The only reason is, by any chance, if you might have given them any hints that apart from the software industry, I have any plans, let's say for higher education or MBA or a startup company or something like government job or something similar to that, if you kind of given them our higher education, so there is a good amount of chance you might get rejected in the HR interview, because the company HR feels this guy is really good, but I am not sure the guy will join or not. Do we have any live examples in this class who got rejected like that?
Yes, sir, I rejected.
So you told the same thing, Manikanta?
Yeah, yes, sir. I told him that like I have planned for Canada and I'm preparing for IELTS and GRE.
Yeah, that's it.
So he rejected me. And he asked me like, will you bond for 3 years to our company?
See, asking something 3 years bond, typically most of the companies, they have only 2 years bond. 3 years is very, very less. And many startups, they don't even have any bond as such. One particular thing, guys, we have to make sure that in the HR interview, we have to convey very clearly, for me, my the current goal that I have is to get into IT industry. We have to make it very, very clear. By any chance, if we are giving them some kind of a hints, I have any further plans, even though you have excellent academics, you have done well in the interview part, there is a chance that you might get rejected at all completely, because as I told you, it's more about the conversion. Offer to joining conversion is something which is HR is more responsible for. And sometimes, let's say, whenever the HR, I ask people in a different way. I'll ask them, please tell me your daily routine. Typically what you do from morning to evening. So people, they get confused. They'll start telling, sir, early morning I'll go to GATE coachings and GATE classes. Then I come to college. Evening I go to somewhere else. In the day-to-day activities, if by any chance I can make out that this guy is planning parallelly for higher education also, I'll keep a note of it. Then based on all the number of people selected, if I get my quota of people who will join for sure, then I will not even take these people. Guys, are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot which we have to discuss, and even about the family as well. Even about family as well. Let's say if someone is saying that my family, my father is a bank employee, or my father is a government employee, my mother is a government employee, my brother is a government employee. When you keep stressing about saying that my family all from government employee kind of a thing, we never know how other person perceives things. And other thing is, if someone says that my brother is currently pursuing his MS in USA, or let's say my brother is in USA currently now. So there is a lot in the interview. We have to make sure that whatever we discuss should actually help ourselves. It should not actually harm by any chance. So what we do, we have a separate class taking about all the commonly asked questions in the HR interviews, and we will observe you how you have to answer them. starting from tell me about yourself. Very funny thing is, most of the people still get confused about what to tell about themselves because it's a 22 years life and they already mentioned many things in the resume. So they are completely confused what to discuss. And few people, when they are trained in the college, they start with my name, my father's name, my 10th class, college percentage, inter percentage, degree percentage, then my strength, my weakness, my hobbies, my aim. So people somehow are misguided in the colleges with a pattern. Okay, I have to speak in the same way continuously. So, but technically speaking, if you believe that first impression is the best impression, then we have to make sure that the resume, whatever we prepare, it has to be really good. So we take a special class to everyone within the first 1 week of the batch formation. I'll personally take the class about resume preparation part. I'll tell you about what things to be kept in the resume. Based on those things, what kind of questions people might ask. We'll do a complete 1 to 2 days resume part. Once it is done, I'll expect all of you guys to forward your resumes to the communication trainer. She'll again go through all of them. If any mistakes are there, she'll help you to understand. Then you all will be submitting your resumes to Sankalpa. So whenever we have any drives, Sankalpa cannot keep asking you every time. So if at all you meet the criteria, she will forward the same from the companies directly. So as part of resume, we will do the workshop complete for everyone. Then tell me about yourself. Let's say we will help you more to understand about not to read the resume, but in fact try to tell them about what kind of person you are and the common questions what people might have by seeing your resume. It's always better in the self-introduction part itself, we try to cover them. For example, someone is from mechanical or EEE or EIE getting into IT industry. So we'll help them to kind of tell that in the introduction part itself, we want the person to raise that question and answer that question so that the guy who will be interviewing you will not even think about that particular thing as a reason to either select or reject you. So there's a lot. And interview process is very simple, guys. It's more about being smart. If you are talented, you can make the interviewer to ask the questions what you want him to ask. For example, if I start about telling about myself, if I'm very confident about my project, so what I'll do, I'll talk about my project in the introduction part itself. Then I'm very much sure the guy will ask questions on your project directly. So what we do, we help people to do a lifetime project in CVCorp and host the project in the complete, either in Firebase or in AWS part or Heroku. So when you have your project URL mentioned in the resume in the first page, the technical guy will forget about everything. He'll open the URL in his laptop. He'll discuss about the project completely. So that means we are trying to frame the resume and we are trying to frame the tell me about yourself in such a way we conclude the particular answer in a way where we expect the person and we actually make the person to ask what question you want to answer. That's a kind of art of interviewing part. We'll be personally talking to everyone and we'll make sure that you guys do a role play among yourself also. So there's a lot of art of interviewing. If you can master it, any interview you go, you know that what question the guy will ask again, and we can actually make sure that we do that part as well. So we do a lot of workshops, and one particular thing is like how we do programming part or aptitude or these things. Communication class is more about understand you guys where exactly you are, and if we feel certain problems with the basic thing, we do conduct special classes for them completely and make everyone on par with equally. Then we start all these questions and we might do some skits, we might do some paper presentations, we might do some debate competitions. We do all possible things to make sure everyone speaks very fluently without any issues. But technically speaking, communication can be much better dealt in the classroom training than the online training part. But we are trying our best in the online training as well. And one good part is, as long as the online thing continues, you can actually miss out all these group discussions and all those topics. You will have a technical interview directly. At the same time, we will always be helping you guys in terms of, for example, if the communication trainer is teaching you some grammar part. So our intention is we don't want to teach grammar in general like how people teach in the college. What we do, we take out all the topics or all the situations which you discuss in the interview part. For example, the questions what people ask. If someone asks you, tell me about yourself. So some few people actually will say, I finished my project, or let's say there are a lot of things, the common mistakes what people do. So what the communication trainer will do, whenever she teach any grammar or anything, she'll try to take an example about when you explain your project, what kind of sentence you use. When you explain about any of these questions, what is the HR interview part, how do you actually answer that? So we take all these examples to make sure that if not we are teaching you grammar from scratch, at least the context with respect to interview, we can help you to do better in the interview part. That is what we generally plan for. Because I don't think a BTech graduate will sit and listen to grammar at this point of time. I don't really see any use of that as well. So that's the reason we always make sure that take the context in which you speak in the interview part and the common mistakes what people do and try to help them out. That is generally what we do. That's it, guys. Any questions about this communication class and HR things, guys? Hello?
Yeah, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, any suggestion on if they ask why you are choosing IT even though you are from PCA or Triple
Yes,
graduate?
that's a very common question what people ask. Why? Because as I told you, choosing a BTech branch can be by chance, but choosing a career has to be choice only. So many people always say, even though I am from non-computer science, I have a lot of passion towards IT industry. But if your passion is not justified with any answer that I have a passion towards IT industry, for the last 1 year, I am doing X, Y, Z or 1, 2, 3 things to make sure that I compete with other people. So you always have to answer not about your interest, it's more about your preparation to move into IT side. So there are a lot of things. We'll handle each and every question in detail. And whenever we always tell people, whenever you go to any interview, whatever questions they ask, make a note of it. Or when, let's say, if not CV Corp, all your other friends from your college, when they go for any interview, always ask them only question, guys, what question they have asked. Come and discuss with us. We will probably tell you the best answers, what we have to give. And one more thing is, even though we give you a common answer to everyone, but it doesn't look good when all CV Corp people go for an interview. Then if everyone start answering the same thing, other person can easily make out. We have to be very smart about the solution, whatever we give. I want everyone to have a unique way of taking things. For example, weakness is something which is very important. Guys, if I ask anyone what is weakness, what you might say in general?
I am honest, self-motivated, and hardworking boy with positive attitude towards my career and my life.
In the weakness, strength.
Yeah.
Weakness is like I feel tense when I feel tense.
I feel tense. Okay, then
Overthinking.
I feel weak when things gets wrong.
Yeah, I feel tense. I feel weak when things get wrong. Someone said something.
Overthinking.
Overthinking. Okay.
Sir, introvert person.
Introvert person. Next.
Short temper.
Short temper.
Short temper.
Good. Anything else, guys?
Procrastination.
Sorry? I'm sorry, like, can you repeat that, please?
Procrastination.
Ante?
Procrastinating.
Baddakam.
Okay, got it. Sorry. Okay,
Yes.
then
Nervousness.
nervousness. Okay, guys, frankly speaking, when you do lot of hard work in terms of clearing your written examination, group discussion, technical interview, and in HR interview, just before getting the offer, if someone go and say that I get tensed, will they have a positive impression about you? If someone say I have a short temper, will they try to dare you to take you into the team?
No, sir.
If someone say like I have, let's say I'm very lazy, will they take?
They won't take.
Yeah, the problem is there is a lot of things called as self goals in the HR interview. It is more like without of proper knowledge and proper guidance, sometimes we give such answers which are more like a self goals. I created a lot of very good impression at the end if I say I'm a very short tempered guy. The company HR will not even dare to take you because if you are a short tempered guy, definitely you'll have issues with your team members for sure. So always try to avoid the question called weakness. And as part of your self introduction, don't make it a point to be highlighted. If you are fine to talk about your strength, but not weakness until someone asks you. If someone insists you, tell me about a weakness. Few people are very smart. They try to convert the strength into weakness. Sir, if I start something, I'll never stop. I am too detailed into one particular thing. I can't say no to the people. Blah, 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 blah. But don't do that. At the same time, we are not saints and babas that we'll say that I have no weakness also. So the best option is, for example, I can say that, sir, when I joined my, someone said like, Akila, I guess introvert, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You can talk about your weakness, but it should followed with, sir, I was very introvert when I joined my BTech life, but with the help of my friends and my college, I try to improve myself. And now I have good friends. I'm a very good speaker and I'm a very good team member also. That means you are not just telling about your weakness, you are telling them, I had a weakness, I realized about my weakness, and I started working towards correcting my weakness. That is the best way to tell about any answer. It can be anything. It can be stage fear, it can be being introvert, it can be, let's say, a phobia, it can be anything. So there is a lot we'll discuss as part of HR things. Many questions without a proper guidance, students do a lot of mistakes. So as part of the HR thing, we try to correct each and everything, guys. So we will have a lot of one-on-ones. I'll personally take a lot of HR mock interviews as well with my communication trainer. And then we'll be always giving you inputs and correct yourself, because we can't keep waiting for 3 months and then send you for the interviews part, because as a company, we keep sending people within 1 week to 2 weeks also if any company comes. So that's the reason all the HR questions, resume, we do it at the beginning of the training itself, a one time completely, so that if any person is capable of clearing technical interviews, I don't want them to get rejected, because syllabus is not done. That shouldn't be a reason for a person to get rejected. At the same time, as part of syllabus, we will be taking those things as well. So we'll be sending you a detailed curriculum about the communication part. After Pratisha talk to everyone individually, we'll come back to you with that, so that we know that what to focus about. If you are not doing that one-on-ones and we start teaching, few people might feel bored, like I know these things, why I have to listen again. and few people might feel like I have no knowledge about this particular thing. So a lot of things will happen, and we don't want people to focus more on aptitude in Java and ignore communication because they think like I know everything. But communication, as I told you guys, it plays a major role in all the interviews, not just in one interview part. So focus more on communication as well. That will help you to do the other interviews in much better fashion. Good, then any questions, guys, till now? Do you have any HR questions? I can probably help you now. Anything you have in your mind? Hello.
No,
No, sir.
Hello.
Hello, guys. Then we will break for the day. Tomorrow we'll have Kalyan sir to take the complete core Java class. He'll be telling about the technology perspective, what all things we teach. We will be talking about SQL, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, core Java, advanced Java. He'll be giving you a complete approach about the technologies, what we're going to teach in the next coming 3 months. So once it is done, starting from Monday, we will be sending you a timetable, and then the timetable follows starting from Monday completely. Okay?
okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Hello guys, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, bye bye.